Okay, here we go. We're going to start with a slip knot on our hook. This is how I do mine. You can do it however you would like. There's no right or wrong way. And to start the pattern, it says chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I use the thumb on my left hand a lot to help give me control and grip things. So I may cover up the stitches sometimes, so I apologize in advance for that, but we've got chain 3. And we're going to do 12 double crochets into the first chain right here. We got 3, 2, 1, first chain. Okay, so there's 3. We're going to go in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we stop, your work should look something like this. This is just the tail from the beginning. But we are going to join with a slip stitch in the top of that stitch with a slip stitch. There's our first round. The next direction is to chain 2. Round 2 is beginning, and we're going to double crochet increase 3 times. And an increase just means we're going to do 2 doubles in the next 3 stitches. So that's going to be 6 total. This chain 2 counts as our first double crochet. So we're going to do 1 more double crochet in that same spot right there. There's our first increase. There's 2. 1, 2. 2 double crochets in the next stitch. There's our second increase, and the third time. There's 1, 2. That's what we look like now. The pattern says we're going to single crochet increase in the next 6 stitches. So that's 2 single crochets in each of the next 6 stitches. And there's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6. Here's what we look like. Pattern says we're going to do double crochet increases in the next 3 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3. There's our first set, and here is our second set, and our third. Okay, stop and take a look at your work, and we're going to join right here at the top with a slip stitch and chain 2. Okay, we're to round 3, so it's to single crochet. There's 1, and now we're going to start the middle finger. We're going to chain 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. There's 1, 2. So we're going to half double crochet in that one. Yarn over, through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, 3 stitches on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches, half double crochet. There's the first one. Next directive is 6 half double crochets down the side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like this. The next stitch in the pattern says to single crochet in the side of the previous single. So when we joined right here earlier, we did 1 single crochet and then we chained all of these, right? So we're going to single crochet right here in the middle of this stitch. And there is our middle finger. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. There's 1, there's 2. We are going to start the pointer finger. The pattern says to repeat with asterisks or little stars. So we're going to go from the first star to the last star, and it's going to be basically a repeat of this. So we're going to chain 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. There's 1, there's 2. We're going to go right in there. And then we're going to do 6 half double crochets down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like before, we're going to single crochet right in the middle of that stitch right there in the side. We're going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to start the thumb, which says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains. Half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. There's 1, and we're going to do half double crochets all the way down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to single crochet into the side of that stitch. Oops. One more try. Okay. There's our little wonky 2 fingers and a thumb so far. And then we're going to do 16 single crochets to get around to the pinky. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to start the pinky, which will be 7, chain 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should look like that. Guess what? Half double crochet in the second chain from the hook right there. Yarn over through the loop, and then half doubles all the way down. And guess what? We're going to single crochet right there in the side of that stitch. And it says 2 singles, so there's, whoops, It's okay. 2 singles, sorry. 1, 2. We got to do one more finger, ring finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. These are like the middle and pointer fingers. So half double crochet all the way down. Out, so we're going to do a half or a single crochet in the side of this stitch right there. That was the ring finger, and we're going to join with a slip stitch. Sorry, moved out of the camera. There's what it looks like, a little wonky, but we're going to join with a slip stitch. Let me get myself set up. There we go. And chain 2. Let's take a minute to look. That's what it looks like. This next round is just up and around. We're going to do singles up here. We're going to do 3 in each of the tips. Back down. We're going to decrease right here, pull these and narrow it in together. Singles, 3 in the tip all the way down. Little decrease and around. That's where we're headed. Okay, the pattern says 7 to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And since it's the underside of a chain, you're just going to grab those loops. It looks a little different when you turn it over. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is what it should look like. We're going to do 3 right here in this tip. It's going to make a nice round fingertip. There's 2, there's 3, and then we're going to do 7 crochets down this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we need to close this space here, so she's going to have us do a decrease. And the way I decrease is I take the front loops of these 2. I'm going to go under that first loop, and then there's the next loop, and then I'm going to treat it just like a single crochet. I'm going to pull it through there and finish it. Let's do it one more time. Let me back away from just a little bit. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit the camera again. Okay, we're going to decrease these 2. Just the front loops. Under, under, yarn over, pull it through 2, just like a regular single crochet. Yarn over, pull through the 2 on the loop, and that is a simple decrease. We're going to repeat what we did on the finger. We're going to do 7 up. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should look like that. We're going to do 3 right here in the end, right there. There's 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 7 down the side, just like we did before. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. This time, between the pointer and the thumb, we're going to decrease these 3 together. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do the same thing as before. Under the front loops, just like this. Yarn over, pull through all 3 of those, finish it just like you would a normal single crochet. Now we're to the thumb. We're going to 5 single crochet up the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 3 in this one right here. 1, 2, 3. Should look something like that. And we're going to do down this side. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a quick look. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go around, finish those 2, and we'll be done. Well, got to stitch the fingers down. Okay. We're at the end of the thumb. We're going to 16 single crochets. So fast forward if you need to. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here we are to the pinky. We're going to go 6 up, 3 in the end, and back down. 6 single crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 3 in that one right there. 1, 2, 3. And then 6 down. There's 1, 2. I ran out of yarn. So we're going to stop and we're going to back up. To right here. Okay, I ran out of yarn, so I'm going to show you how I join in situations like this. I've got the yarn that came from my hand that I shorted out, and then here's from a ball over here. My hands are going to get in the way, but I'm basically going to do that on this end, right? I'm going to do the same thing over here. So it should look something like that. There's just 2 little knots right there. But I'm going to make them a little snug. And you're going to pull them together just like that. And if you want to secure it one more, you can. I don't necessarily think you have to. But I'm going to, but I have wide thumbs, sorry. Sorry. There we go. One more tug. can get closer on that if you want to, but I'm not going to worry about it today. Okay, let's go back to the hand. We were at the end of the pinky. There's a ring finger. There's where we are. So we're back to the tip here, and we're going to do 3 crochets in the end. There's 1, 2, 3. We're going to go all the way back down. 1, 2. Looks a little wonky, but it's okay. The stitch will kind of hide itself. Or hide that knot, is what I mean. And there we are back down the side. Let me see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're going to decrease right here like we did before. We're going to go under the first loop, under the front loop of the second stitch, yarn over and pull through 2, and then finish like you normally would a single. And then we're going to single up the side here of the ring finger. And I believe that is 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 in the tip, 1, 2, 3, and 7 back down the side right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're to the end and it says single crochet. So I'm going to stick one last single right in there. And then it says join and finish off. So I'm going to join with a slip stitch. And I'm going to finish off by doing one more stitch right there. And I'm going to pull my yarn through. Nice little tug. And look there. Oh, she said leave a long tail. I think I got enough, but we're going to stitch these 2 fingers down. Use the tail to sew down the middle and ring finger to the top of the double crochet stitches in round 1. And that would be right about there. Right about there. So, got a yarn needle. I'm going to fold it over like that, make it nice and tight, and I'm going to thread my needle, little wiggle. To get to the end, I am going to do this little number. You can do it 1 stitch at a time. Don't pull too tight. I'm just trying to get to the end of the finger. Okay. That's where we are. And we're going to fold those over. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm going to go underneath here, like right about there. But I'm going to put my needle through that loop, scoop under, and that's attached. And I'm going to come through this loop up here and do the same thing. But that's a pretty easy process. And then I'm just going to weave my way back over to that second finger. Bring him down. Let's I didn't leave a very long tail. It's going to be okay. So I'm going to go through a few more stitches, just like that, to get to the edge of the finger. Okay, so now there my yarn's coming out. Fold the finger down. I'm going to come up through here and under these two. Up. I mean, that's just pretty simple. You just tack it down. Doesn't have to be pretty. You're going to hide your stitches. I'm going to go just like that. And I do want to put a knot somewhere, so I'm just going to stop and make a little knot. See how I've kind of got that loop right there? I'm going to put my yarn back through there. I know that's a little weird, but I cut such a short tail, I left myself no real choice. But then I'm going to pull that tight. And I want to hide my tail. So I'm going to feed the needle through some stitches like that. I'm going to rethread my needle. I'm going to pull them through there. Just like weaving in ends. And if you got something really short, then don't try to use the tip of the needle, use the eye, the end with the eye. Feed it through there. I'm going to feed it through the back side this time, just to hide my work. There we go. I'm going to snip this. How about that? And this is the end of the one from the beginning, just the tail. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to thread my needle. You can thread it however you want. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's so short, I'm not going to try to use the tip down here. I'm going to use the end of the needle with the eye and feed it through those stitches to hide it. I'm going to give it a little tug, close that hole up a little bit. And I'm going to do that one more time. You can also do this. You can feed it through there and then thread it. I'm going to pull that down just a little bit. Pull it through there. Snip the end. I love you too. I love you too.